All right, folks, welcome back to the Now You Know Sports Show presented by Greenlight Auto Exchange and Rapco Media. I don't have much time, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into what I want to talk about. First off, how do y'all feel about the trade for John Wall for Russell Westbrook between the Wizards and the Rockets? Personally, I don't think it does much for either team. Neither team has the hope of winning an NBA title right now. But, you know, it's good just to be talking about basketball again. Number two, Anthony Davis signs for 5 years with the Lakers. LeBron James extends for 2 years. He puts him there for 3 more years. And looking more likely like that's going to be the end of his career with the Lakers. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. You know, we get basketball here in about 10, 12 days, and we'll talk more about it then. But we're going to move on to the next thing. Y'all, COVID-19 has sidelined Lewis Hamilton from the Formula One World Championship. He will not drive this weekend. He will be replaced by a Mercedes Junior driver named George Russell, who, in his own right, is remarkably fast in the car. I think George Russell's going to do just fine. I think he has a chance to take pole and win this race in Lewis Hamilton's car. I want to know what you guys think about it. Hit me up in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter, YouTube, wherever. Next thing, there's really only a couple college football games that are really piquing my interest right now, and they're for different reasons. Ohio State and Michigan State is a really important game because it has to be played pretty much for Ohio State's playoff hopes. They need to play at least 6 games to be eligible. They've only played 4. So this game is a must play for them, and they need one more game to actually be played and not postponed or canceled. But I don't think there's any way, and I've talked about this before, I don't think there's any way that anybody is going to leave Ohio State out of the playoff conversation if they have those wins and they have the required number of games played. Next game, Florida and Tennessee. And it's not because, Florida and Tennessee is just, it's a palpable rivalry. You know it's going to be on CBS at 3:30 that Saturday. You know it's going to be nasty regardless of, which team is better right then or which team is highly ranked and which team is not. But Florida looked great against Georgia, and the last 2 games, they've come out and they've not looked great. They haven't just come out and punched the team in the mouth and beat them like they should. They have not been playing up to their potential. And when a team does not play up to their potential, every now and then, some team can sneak up and take something from them. It could happen this weekend. I don't think it's going to happen. Personally, I got Florida winning this game by 20-plus points. But Tennessee's been off for a couple weeks. They could be installing a pretty significant game plan for Florida. Let's see what they got. Jeremy Pruitt is a defensive-minded coach. Let's see if he can slow down that Florida offense. I'd be interested to see if they can do it. And for my hot take for the week, this is going to make some people a little mad. The Cowboys fans, go ahead and have a seat. Let's come to Jesus real quick. I want to bring to the floor the argument that the Pittsburgh Steelers should be America's team over the Dallas Cowboys. That's right. Call me crazy, but I'm going to bring that to the argument. Let's start off at the top. Steelers, 6 titles. Cowboys, 5. Okay, titles aren't everything. But look at the stability in the last 20 years of both of these organizations. The Steelers have had 2 coaches in the last 25 years, Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin. The Cowboys have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. And that's ranging from Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells, Barry Switzer, up until present day Mike McCarthy and Jason Garrett just a couple years ago. Another difference is the Steelers get rid of problem players, or they make them get in line. They had Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and those guys were problems. They were headaches in the locker room. And you know what the Steelers did? They let them go and found somewhere else to play because they had their coach, they had their quarterback, and they had their overall organizational philosophy of stay the course and roll the boat. Cowboys just don't do that. They like the drama. They like those players that cause problems and friction and have news and things like that. It keeps them in the news, and that's part of who Jerry Jones is. Jerry Jones wants to stay in the news as much as possible. And the Steelers don't want to stay in the news. They want to win. Every Sunday, they want to go out and they want to win. So y'all, if y'all think I'm wrong, comment to the comments. I'm gonna say it right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are America's team over the Dallas Cowboys. You don't like it? Get in the comments. Come holler at me on Twitter at Now You Know Sport 1. We on YouTube. You can get in those comments too. I want to talk to everybody. Now You Know Sports on YouTube. Come get at me. But until next week, now you know.